Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Vergyverg here with another video, and I made my very first Shadow Machamp for Great League since the frustration event is happening right now. In fact, if you didn't know that, go ahead and pause the video. TM all those frustrations off the Shadow Pokemon you have, because we still have a couple more days with this still intact. Yeah, I basically did a similar team to Eastside Pastor, but with Shadow Machamp in the front. And before we get into the video, if you haven't, definitely hit that subscribe button. About half of y'all are not subscribed, so if you could subscribe, it would help me out a ton. Let's get into the video. So we are around, I think, 30 to 50 at this point. Dragonite lead, obviously that's not very good. Flying type resisting the counter damage that we can go through. Yes, if we can eventually get enough energy to throw a rock slide, obviously that's going to do very well. They decide to stay in this Grimer matchup for quite a while. I do end up throwing energy. They still stay in, and then they eventually switch here into the Kanto Ninetales. So we have enough energy to throw one Crunch. Definitely going to be wanting to throw Crunch. It has the chance for the debuff. We might even get to another one, which is the reason that I threw that as well. We almost made it, but not quite. Definitely going to come in Machamp. Kanto Ninetales is going to be doing double super effective damage to Sandshrew there in the back. So probably just need to preserve this as much as possible. I wanted to shield the first one just in case it was an overheat. They do have enough for two, but I just wanted to shield the first one and hopefully have a clear path for a Alolan Sandshrew after coming in with this. Now, I could have just switched instantly, but I decided to throw this. Cross Chop, it actually is probably going to KO the Dragonite. It's very squishy in Great League. And then I switch into this, into a Magneton. This is going to be close. I do just, it is going to take two Night Slashes to KO. I just wanted to throw one right here. And yeah, we'll see if we can get it down or not. We end up CMP tying here. We obviously lose CMP tie. The worst this could be is Zap Cannon. I believe it learns Zap Cannon. But we do survive the Magnet Bomb, and since it was a CMP tie, we're going to end up taking that out. So GG to our opponent there, Dr. Banner. Always see him in chat when we were live streaming on Twitch, which I really want to get back into, but we'll see. All right, Machamp lead, obviously, we want to just stay in here. Machamp's going to be very detrimental to our back line. What I might try to do is throw a Cross Chop and then switch into Grimer, take the damage on Grimer, and still have this Machamp for later if I need it. So we do end up doing that. I'm not going to shield anything. We do have that shield advantage now because we did throw the Cross Chop, which would have forced, well, it either forced that shield or it KO'd the Machamp. So we end up poison jabbing it down before it can get to another one. They come in with Dragonair. This is the first time. Okay, I've used a Dragonair in Kanto Cup before, not Shadow because I don't have a Shadow one. Very sad, but I could make one that's not very good, but I'm not trying to spin Stardust out here in Kanto Cup. So even though I made this Machamp, I would have eventually needed to make him a champ at some point anyways, right? All right, so they come back in with Kanto Ninetales. Or they come in, this is a different matchup. They come in with Kanto Ninetales there. I just try to throw a Cross Chop here. I want to take another shield. This is their last Pokemon. I know based on the damage that I can shield once since I do have two shields, and I know that I can make it to this Night Slash even though I'm taking double super effective. Yes, I get super low, but like I said, we needed to force those shields. In some games, I would try to farm down, but our Machamp was a little too low. I definitely needed to throw there. So, GG. All right, Lickitung, really good lead. Only thing is Lickitung with energy after coming back in is going to be pretty bad. But it is a Nidoqueen, so we saw a ton of Nidoqueen in the back today. I also saw a ton of Hypno in the back, which is great for my back line. There's a whole reason that this back line is really good is because Hypno is super safe. In general, obviously the dark types are pretty bad, but there is a lot of Focus Blast out there. Definitely something for y'all to take note of. They end up throwing the Earth Power, which means I know that this is not an Earth Power. I'm just going to take this, go for the farm down, have that energy to throw into that first matchup, and we have a ton of energy here to go into this Lickitung. So I'm going to go for the Blizzard, and then I'm probably going to look to switch to Grimer just in case they have something in the back that I need, like if they have a Dragonite in the back or a Pidgeotto, sorry. No, Pidgeot. If they have a Pidgeotto, that's crazy. I think it only gets up to 1300 at level 50. So, all right, Graveler. First time seeing this one. Great for them to throw it in here. Great for them. I mean, not for me. We do want to have Machamp onto this. We do get the defense drop, and then I'm like, can I shield farm this all the way down? And I probably can't. Maybe, though. They went for the Stone Edge. I do decide to throw, and I almost destroy my phone by sliding the app up, which would have closed me out of this game. They do end up shielding, so I feel actually a little okay going for the shield here. I think I remember this match. I think they end up having a Lapras in the back. Or they have the Lapras, right? And then it just gets so much farm here against me. I might be able to get to 2 crunches, and if they get the defense drop, it'll be okay. So a second crunch will just hit them, but we don't get it off. That's not great, obviously. But they do have something we can beat here in the back, which is Nidoqueen, although they do have a shield, so they're probably going to be able to land the Earth Power, and then I doubt we'll be able to... was that an Earth Power? Holy moly, we switched so late. All right. Well, that's GG. They're going to definitely get a Poison Fang off here, and then they still have Lapras with a move in the back, and that's going to be it. Even from this HP, we definitely won't be able to cross-drop. It does resist. Like I said, lots of Nidoqueen, lots of Hypno, and I think that is in accordance with a lot more fighters coming up. So this person actually has Volt Switch Mew. Really interesting. I think I end up going for the crunch here. I think I'm going for a double crunch again. If you get the defense drop, it's pretty good. Plus, you actually don't need the defense drop if you're in an even energy advantage matchup against Lapras, because you're going to be able to just take it out either way. With all the Poison Jab damage coming up is what I mean. Now, I do decide to shield. That's fine. I think we just go for the shield here, farm down. Yeah, and this is to switch to lead matchup from the Mew onto the Machamp. So now the Mew is no longer on the Machamp. They do have a shield advantage. You saw this in the last game too. I am willing to sacrifice shield to get switchback, and they do end up coming in with a Lickitung. This is pretty good for me, but it probably means Machamp is just dead. So I'm going to stay in, go for 2 crunches, and then probably switch out into Sandshrew. Sandshrew going to be taking only resisted damage from the charge attacks that Lickitung has, which is Power Whip and Body Slam. Plus, it gives me a little bit of an energy advantage coming into this Mew matchup. Only thing I really have to be worried about is like Focus Blast. I guess even Wild Charge would do a lot here. So I don't think they could be at a Wild Charge. Okay, they're at a Surf, so they probably have Focus Blast, if I'm being honest. I've seen a few Focus Blast Mews out there, so definitely be wary of that. And that's a GG to this opponent. So 4-1 here in the first set. I do have 2 sets to show here. I skipped trying to catch that Cobalion. It was pretty bad. Actually, in this next set, I believe I got and we get to 3,300. I believe I got a Rhyhorn, and I think it took me like 5 minutes to catch, which is stupid. I think I put in 20 Great Balls, and I was also using Golden Raz on like 5 of those, so that was pretty dumb. Either way, in this matchup, we get into the Hypno safe swap, and we always have the Grimer. If they don't go up to Focus Blast, I'm not going to worry at all. I can get to 2 crunches before they get to 2 punches. The second punch is the only thing that's going to be really something to fear, and the crunch damage going to do about, I think it does like 55-60% to Hypno, so pretty good to go. If you land one, you can farm down. We do get the defense debuff here. If they don't care, they're going for the full farm. We don't get there. That's fine. They do have I think they went up to 11, so they do have enough for a Blizzard here, so I'm going to respect that and shield. It is the Blizzard. They come in Nidoqueen. We have a shield. As long as you have 1 shield against Nidoqueen, you're good. You're going to get to 3. What's it called? 3. Oh, no, Night Slashes. Okay, yeah. So they end up staying in with this Lapras, and this is me not having knowledge of the matchup. I thought if I could throw this, I could KO it. Ends up living, and the whole thing is I wanted to shield this, because if they're not switching out, it means they have a weakness to Machamp in the back, and I need to find that. But if I knew the matchup more, I would have just farmed up a ton, maybe try to farm it all the way down with a shield. They do end up having a Hypno. They stay in here a little bit, which is pretty weird. We CMP tie here. I know this is just a punch. At this point, I'm just sacrificing Grimer. I know that I can still do well with Sandshrew against this Hypno, and this is probably going to get a shield either way. So we got that shield back. They're just staying in here, which is a little wild. They do end up catching this on their Lickitung, which is fine. I probably should farm up to 1 and then switch out if the switch is up. If it's not up, maybe I have to throw. Yeah, that's fine. I'll throw here. And then probably Machamp. My timer's going to be up and I should switch into Machamp just to get the last hits here. And then no shield here. Our last shield's going to go into Sandshrew. I don't think I can actually make it to a rock slide, which if you saw the damage hasn't come in yet from that confusion. You'll see it actually ends up KOing me. So good call here. Oh. Did it not KO me? Maybe it wouldn't have. So maybe I could have actually made it to that rock slide, but it would have been risky. And honestly, I just want to outpace this. And I think we already saw it has Fire Punch, so definitely have to shield that. I think I could actually farm down from here. But I end up going through the Night Slashes anyways. I know I can make it to another Night Slash before they get to their third punch. Plus, I still have the Grimer, which is going to be resisting those confusions. But either way, I was good there, so GG. I remember this opponent because their team was wild. They have a Mew up front. I end up switching into Grimer. They stay in here forever. And I think this is where we see our first Focus Blast Mew. Like I said, I've seen a couple. Definitely don't get caught unawares. I actually thought this was going to just be a Wild Charge, and I wanted to preserve my Grimer because they weren't leaving the bad matchup. And then they end up switching out of here into Hypno, and I'm like, okay. One of these doesn't KO, so I guess I'll throw this, see if it lands, and then farm down if I need to. Maybe even throw if they decide not to throw. So they decide to just go for it. And yeah, I farm them down, and their last Pokemon is a Gengar, and that is triple weak to Dark types, with probably Focus Blast on Mew and Hypno. Actually, I didn't think about it till literally just now, but they probably have Focus Blast on the Gengar also. Yeah, just to have some sort of Steel answers, I guess. Huh, I wonder if they were running triple Focus Blast. Magic Mason does stream, but he wasn't streaming at this time. Okay, obviously we have to stay in here as long as possible. I'm willing to shield. They end up coming in Dragonite, and I do go for this Rock Slide. I probably didn't need to go for this, but they end up shielding, so that's actually really good. And then I come in with Sandshrew, and I'm just going for that big farm down. This is definitely a Dragon Claw. We resist it. I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I didn't need to throw anything, though, and I could have just gone for that big farm from the beginning. I am going to get a lot of Night Slashes into this Kanto Ninetales, which is fantastic because I already have that shield advantage, and they're probably going to end up having to shield one of these. They shield the first one. Definitely not what I would do. Maybe they don't know the moveset. I think it resists every move. I think it resists every move that Alolan Sandshrew can have. So I end up coming back in with the Grimer because I know I have 2 shields, and I just want to have this huge energy advantage going to the last matchup. Grimer with energy is almost unbeatable in this cup. So if we're going to go into even shield scenario and I have energy, then it's just GG. And it ends up just being a Psychic type in the back. So Crunch and a farm down is going to be in order. Although we'll probably just get to 2 crunches and that'll be GG. No, we'll just farm it down. And this is just a punch. So yeah, lots of Hypno in the back today. Whereas I think yesterday, a lot of Hypno in the front. So it can be really hard to call the meta in any given day. Like, you know the Hypno is going to be somewhere, but you don't know where. Ends up being a Snorlax in the front, ends up being a Nidoqueen in the back. So good lead, good swap. And then Grimer's such a safe swap in this cup. Like I said in so many of the previous videos, Grimer's the safest swap in this league. You need to use 1 shield here in this matchup because of the Earth Power, but then you can just go for another Night Slash to take it out. But yeah, if Alolan Grimer is the safest swap in this league, and I already won the lead and the swap, then the second swap I should be able to beat with Grimer as well. If they try to overfarm in this matchup, I will actually switch to Grimer to maintain anything I have left of Sandshrew. Ends up I probably will shield only because I got the boost, right? And I know I can get a shield back with this Night Slash. And then I'll probably just switch out into Grimer. If I need to keep Alolan Sandslash for some sort of dragon in the back, especially Dragonite, I'll do that. And ends up being a Hypno in the back. So literally, like, I played 15 games today. I played 3 sets. My other set I went 3-2 after this for a gain of like 4 points. But almost every set at least had one team that was a Hypno Nidoqueen in the back. So something to definitely keep note of as we keep going through Kanto Cup. I haven't seen any Chansey today, which sucks because my team is insanely good against Chansey. Yeah, I hope to see some Chansey with this team. That is one thing that is really going for this team, is it's super good against Chansey and Lickitung. And those are pretty prevalent Mon. Didn't see very many of both of those today. A few Lickitungs, but no Chanseys. So ended the day, I think I actually gained 4 points in my last game, so I ended the day at 33.76. I probably won't play any more games today. 3 sets is kind of a lot for me. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the next video. And if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Like I said, it helps me out a ton. And I thank y'all so much for your support here on YouTube. And I'll see you in the next one.